Okay, I'm totally here. Just give me a second. I have to let people know that we're here. This is a complete impromptu video. We're just gonna hang out and have fun, and whatever comes up, comes up. I'm going back to Quality Crafts to just leave a note that we're live and that they can come here to find us. Most people will find me on their own, but I'll just leave a link there. I have a lot of people who take care of me. Okay, so I'm waiting for a couple other people that from Quality Crafts that said they really wanted to do another live stream with me. I said I either wanted to do a live stream or I wanted to do just a Skype or what do you call it? A Facebook instant message on Facebook has its own little like phone call chat that's pretty darn reliable, and I really think it's better than Skype. Most of the time you don't get all the choppy and fuzzy and the changing pictures and all that junk. So hey Deanna, we have Jessica and Sharon and Maria, Sharon, party. It's a party. I wish I had more to offer you as far as a party goes. But we're just hanging out. Somebody said they wanted to see me color, but I don't know if I'll get to coloring today. We just finished making this on the last live stream, and I need to pick a winner from. I'm so confused with picking my winners. I think I'm behind by a video or something. So from December 1st was the coloring, right? Was it not? Or no, it was we did the Deanna says, I love watching your videos. I craft more. So do I. Is strangely oh, good idea. Change the title. So what should we call this? Should we call this how about we hashtag it? Hashtag oops. If I could spell right. How about hashtag? If you use two words like crafty chat with a hashtag, do they all have to be smashed together? I'm so new at this hashtag thing. Crafty chat. How about hashtag I don't know. I'm not good at that. So just hanging out with Jen, I like that. Let's just do that. Thanks, Deanna. Hanging out with Jen. Pocket pictures. Anything goes. I love that. Hanging out with Jen, anything goes. Kathy, bored and lonely on a Sunday night. Okay, so I do have to smash them all together like that. Hashtag crafty chat. Should they always be capital letters? See, it's good for me to learn stuff too. I don't have all the answers. Awesome, okay, I put it all together. All caps. Hashtag crafty chat. Hanging out with Jen, anything goes. I have a couple extras of this, what do you call it, this faux texture stuff that we did that I kind of want to experiment with. One I haven't finished, so I might just sit here and add tape to this while we chat. And then the other one I have finished. And I want to do this in a different color. I thought it'd be fun to do it in like pinks and blues or just all pink or maybe all red for Christmas, something like that, for the heck of it. So give me an idea where everyone is in. Oh no, the hubby left me alone to work. My hubby is here, but he's in the other room. He does these online video games, but back when we couldn't afford to have the video games, you would have to upgrade everything to get to them. And now that computers are so advanced, if you want to play those old games, you have to downgrade. So he's gone from upgrading to downgrading so he could play a lot of those old games he used to play. It's really, really cool. That's mostly what he's working on. And he doesn't care if I, do live chats and whatnot. Can you see this funky nail, you guys? Oh, right there. It broke, so I cut part of it off, but look, it's still trying to break. I'm trying like the dickens to save it. So right now I don't have any fingernail polish on my fingernails other than a clear coat over the top. And I'm just trying to make it hang on. Because I don't know how much you use your thumbs, but this one on my other thumb, this one broke off too, but it's been growing off. You see how I just saved it until it grew out. And they're all a bit like orangey stained from having polish on them for so long. But it's usually polish on it, so nobody sees that, right? No big deal. This is relaxing, just tearing this tape and putting these little pieces on here. I enjoy it. 7 inches of snow in south of Chicago. Oh man. We have a bunch, I just don't know how much. I went out in it just briefly to go check why the postal. Okay, so it's Sunday, obviously, and the postman was here, the mailman, in his little mail truck, and I'm like, what is he doing here? So I put my boots on and I hopped down through the snow all the way out there just to check, and nothing was left in the mailbox. I don't know if he had to stop for a purpose, but nothing was disturbed, and I didn't look in the other 2 mailboxes, obviously, because they're my neighbors, but maybe they got something. But on a Sunday? That's so weird. Anyway, I saw him coming back the other way as I was crossing the road, and he yells out the door, because there's no door on the side of it. It's just wide open so they can get it in and out fast, He yells, I wish I had 4-wheel drive, as he goes by. It's so funny. We're located on, so say this is our block. Say this is our block because you can see that one. Our house is right here, and the road goes literally all the way around the block, right? But this down here, this is a busy road, and up on our end and here, we're almost like in the woods. So this side of the road and this side of the road are hills going up. So it's probably quite the dickens for him to get up one hill and down the other to hang out, to get all the stuff delivered. And then there's another 2 roads that split off from this one going uphill again. They deliver packages on Sunday now for Christmas. I'll be danged. I didn't send anyone any snow. I would be just as happy if the winter season passed by and snow never flew. I just don't really care if it snows or not. That's cool that they want to do Sundays for shipment, but I feel sorry for those guys that have to work all Sundays now. All weekends. So now we got 2 of them. I wonder if I shouldn't just roll that down once. If that would even make any difference. You could get high tack tape too, but why bother? This stuff came from the dollar store and it works just fine, but if you're worried about it coming off or whatever, you can do high tack. I think I'm going to cut off the edges first this time. Hey, Aunt Beck. Glad you could come. We're just hanging out. This is totally unscheduled, unprepared. I didn't prepare anything for this because we had a live stream already today. Haley said she missed you earlier. Now she's at home getting ready for school tomorrow. Ah, shucks. Yeah, I work at a school too, so basically I'm getting ready for school too. I have to do a video for all the vocabulary for this week, and I've been procrastinating it because, well, one, I just don't care. I don't really enjoy that much doing the videos. And two, up until the last like 2 weeks, they hadn't been being utilized. So you can imagine putting that kind of work into researching all the signs and making a video for it and then having nobody ever look at it was kind of frustrating. But it's now being utilized, so I have to get that up for her. Sometime this evening, or maybe tomorrow morning I'll have time to. It only takes a few minutes. I'm going to do these in a different color. Although, kind of like a lighter color and a darker color. So I'm looking around to see what I want to do. How about a blue? I got tumbled glass here. I'm going to go direct to paper this time. Oh, is that it? If that isn't an interesting look. Because it's not just hitting the edges, it's hitting everything. I need a baby wipe. I'm making a mess of things. But I want to show you that because the tape's not porous, which means it doesn't sink in. Wow, I'm really making a mess. If I go over this, do you see that? How it's just wiping off? That's the whole point. That's not going to all just stay on there. But now when I do this, it's going into the cracks and crevices. I like the look of that. I'm getting my finger prints on it. Whew. That's cool looking. Look at me look at how much blue I have all over me. And then do I want to put some more on top? Wow, that's just not going to come off. That's going to take some time. Oh, you know what will look pretty on there is purple. Purple and blue always go good together. Oh, Deanna just bought one of the Quicker Poker Picker-Upper tools. Aren't they fun? Oh, I don't want it to look like that. Look, I got a square there. Where's my tool? I'm going to rub that out. So I don't want that on there. I like the purple on top of the blue. That looks cool. I remember because this is all just mostly wet, because this is all just kind of sitting on the top, it's going to attract and make that clear embossing powder stick to it. So that's what we're going to do next. Oops, yeah, I got that. I don't want my fingerprints on there. I don't care about how the rest of it looks, but I really don't want my fingerprints in there. I was using Dusty Concord, the one right in the middle, in case you're curious. And the first one was what? Salty Ocean, I believe. It looks much more faded on the camera than it does in real life, I think. Yeah, she said she saw that picker-upper in one of my videos and she just had to have it. I was totally against getting them when I first found out what they were. I was like, really, another stupid tool, right? That everyone just had to have, and so I held off and held off and held off, and then finally one day, before Archivers closed down and just became an online annex, which I don't even know what annex stands for, if somebody can tell me what that means. Before they became just the online annex, they had it in their, like, not their studio, you know, like how they used to do all kinds of show and shares and make and takes right on their counter there around the checkout thing. They had it there and were showing all kinds of things you could do with it, and then I was sold. I had to have one. I bought one there that day. Hey, if you're sensitive to sound, I'm turning the heat gun on. Alrighty. So this is what we were left with. It's kind of cool. What kind of tool is what, Raggedy Girl? Are you talking about the picker-upper thing? Or are you talking about the heat gun I just used? I think you're talking about the picker-upper. This is what it looks like. The quicker poker picker-upper. This side's got sticky tack on it that comes out, you know, just a little bit at a time if you don't squish the cap, if you don't turn this cap tight. And that picks up gems. And then the other side is almost like a little wedge. And I use it to push and scrape jewels off that are stuck together, like, let's see if I have one, yeah. These are stuck together. I use it to push the jewel until it comes apart, and then it kind of gets stuck on it like that. And then you can put it on your project wherever you want to put it on. Pretty nifty. I thought this would look really cute as if we cut it into like a circle or an oval. Thought I had a lot more colored images. Let me just peek in this other box. This one says uncolored images, but I have an inkling there might be a couple of colored images in there. It's a mini eclair box, but I use it for images that I always print more images than I can use. Then if I want one, I can just go back and pull it out and I don't have to reprint. But yeah, look at that. Look at this little guy. I can't remember who he's from, but he totally matches that. That'd be so cute. Let's use him. Problem with me bringing stuff over here is there's nowhere to put it. There might be some in here too, I'm not sure. There's a lot of old techniques and stuff just hanging around. Nope, mostly just paper pieces. I'm going to cut him out, and then we're going to cut that other one. And I think I'm going to cut out either a circle or an oval. One of the two. Yeah, great background for a snow card. What are you guys working on? Deanna, you said you craft more when you watch me. What are you crafting? Are you making something? Hate to put you on the spot, but you mentioned it. Stained glass, good point. Who said that? Kathy Thomas. Yeah, I mean, so it was made to be a full leather technique. So what? We can make it into anything we want, right? You don't have to use just brown. You can do whatever you want with it. Almost done fussy cutting this guy. Oh, fussy cutting, you either hate it or you love it, and I love it. It's just like coloring and doing that monotonous things relax me. I wish I could tell you where this guy came from, but I didn't label him. Let me think. If I had to guess, where would he be from? Bugaboo, maybe? I don't know. Sure is cute, though. So I have circle and I have oval. Maybe because his head's an oval, we should do the cut in an oval. Square's just a little, there we go. Or I mean the circle. I like the oval. I'm gonna go with that. So I'm gonna do that just from the back so I don't have to erase any marks, although I don't know if it would necessarily stick to that embossing anyway. Righty was taking a break from making snow globes. And a purse gift boxes, among other things. Wow, you've been busy. Jody's making a mini album. In May, Maria is getting stuff for gifts ready to send out. I just got 2 things ready to send out. My Secret Santa, which I can't tell you who it is because it's for Quality Crafts and they don't know who they are. And what else did I get ready to send out? Oh, something for Jody. It's all packaged and on the counter and ready to go. I like mini albums too. I like it when people make them for me and send them. I can make mini albums, but they take me months to do because I just don't have the patience to sit down and do a whole one. They take me forever. So we've got our, that's cute. I think I'm going to glue on some. Now here's the deal. Hardly anything sticks to this. Oops, I just ripped off my tape. Hardly anything sticks to this already tacky stuff, but I have found that my foam tape, this stuff, does. So I'm going to pop him up because I want him to stay, obviously. And a piece just for his little body so that stays too. Scrapbooking for Life is working on goodies for the back of 2 pocket letters. 2 pocket letters. Why is that not ringing right for me? 2 pocket letters. Oh, so his head is kind of tilted, but his feet are straight on. There we go. Super cute. I'm thinking maybe, oh, I used the biggest one, didn't I? Oh, the sad thing about using the biggest one is I don't have another one to make like another rounded thing around that. Bummer. I was gonna make another one to go around behind him, but I used the biggest one, so I don't have another one. I'm gonna awesome. Jennifer Marker's sugar is good. So that means she doesn't have to do an injection. That's super cool. I don't like injections. Now I'm just rubbing my mouth with my big purple fingers. I want to use my glue gun, but it won't reach. I'm thinking, I wonder if, I don't know if wet glue will stick to this. That's my issue. E6000 will, though, I bet. Oh, I dropped my other glue. I grabbed that in case I need it. Just so happen to have some right here. I kind of need to have something laid down so that you don't get it all over the place, because it just oozes out and makes a stinking mess. I'm going to use a Q-tip. I'm going to use one of these toothpicks to put, see how it's just coming out? It's just all just falling out of that tube. Someday I'll figure out how to work this darn camera. Or I'll get a better one. So right around where his feet are, I'm just going to goop this glue on. Where I want the snow to be. And I'm pushing it from the bottom end down here, because if you push it from the middle, it will leak glue for weeks, and then you'll just have this glue everywhere. And the reason why I'm putting this glue down is because I'm going to show you in a minute. I'm going to use magic scraps. That's what they're called, magic scraps, to put glue down. Not glue, snow down. I think I've showed these before. I can't recall. Magic scraps. Maybe it's the lighting I have in here that it just doesn't want to, I don't know. But it's got a whole bunch of different ones in here, and I'm going to use the top ones because they look most like snow to me. But I'm going to lay down a piece of paper first. So that I can, got glue on there. I don't want it to get all over the place. I can get this back in the container if I want. I'm just going to smash it right into that glue. If you put enough on there of any of this glittery type stuff and smash it, then you won't get it all over your fingers. Then you can just knock off the rest. So that's what it looks like. There we go. Super cute. I did this on another card. One that I have not showed you guys because I did it for a challenge last night at like 1 o'clock in the morning. I love doing card challenges when I have the time and I can find the time to just focus on making a card from beginning to end, and then doing a, because then if you're doing a challenge, of course you have to put it on your blog, which I'm not a consistent blogger by any means. But I'll show you that card. This little guy. And he's a koala. If you went to my blog when I said I would love it if you check out my blog on Quality Crafts, you would have seen him. I did it that way so people would go to the blog and not just see it and then click off. But I love him. I used the background here is just so I watercolored his hat, and then I wiped off the watercolor on this paper towel, and then I used the paper towel that was left over to create the background, and then I added little pieces of washi tape in the background that were the same color, and I glued on some little stars and some sequins, and then I punched holes in this background piece to make it look like snow was coming down. But I love that. So this kind of reminds me of that, only it's a different color. Now all I have to do is put it on a card. I made this one kind of large though. This is a 5x5 card. I have no idea where you purchase magic scraps. I found this at a resale online. Let me think of her name. Let me click onto my Facebook and see if her name is there. Oh, bummer. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But that's how I found it. That's how I got these. She was selling them secondhand on a store, something. Put that stuff away. I'm thinking that this might look cute on just a plain black background of a card. I'm going to pull out some black cardstock that I have here. And just cut it straight down the middle at 4 1/4. So I have a card base and put the rest of it away so that I have it for another day. Go through a lot of black. I like to use the black when I cut out sentiments on my silhouette. MagicScraps.com it says. So try it out, see if it goes. Beck says Amazon carries Magic Scraps, so check it out. Still have a couple pieces that are popping off. These are the least offensive of glitter, if you ask me. Oh my gosh, some people think this is TMI because they don't like to share money things, but this little extra partial that I'm wearing, I almost died when I got the bill in the mail. I'm just floored at how much it costs. It's dental insurance only covers like preventative care, like $75 for one cleaning a year, and then maybe a couple $100 on something, and then they max you out for life, and then they pay nothing. Which is why we have dental care. Dental insurance is beyond me because it doesn't pay for anything. This little tiny partial just to have one tiny front tooth, $444, and nothing it's not covered by anything else. You have to pay for the whole thing out of your own pocket. Sorry if finances make you squeamish, but that really made me mad today. Really set me off. Not today, yesterday. I got that in the mail yesterday. And it really upset me. I'm going with this color because it looks looks pretty good, and I'm using my super awesome tool called a fingernail to mark where I want to cut that. Because it's just a scrap piece and it's not quite big enough to cover as much of the card as I want. Like, I think that I should, I don't know. Maybe to make it look a little bit bigger, I'll cut a white piece that's slightly bigger than that. That would be cool. And I just happen to have one right here. It is a whole, oh, it's bigger. It's bigger than an A2 size card. Okay, I have to cut off a little bit extra. Down to 4 5 1/4. That'll work. This is weird because I never make cards that open this way, but I want him to sit that way, so that's what I'm ending up with. So we got another layer, and then we've got this fun layer. And then we've got him. That's cute. Be fun if we had a runner going down like one of the sides. Let's see if I can find something that kind of matches that. Not a lot in that color floating around here. I mean, I do have that plain old blue, but how about this? Will that go? Kind of like that. Otherwise, I have this purple that will go too. Maria says I bite my dentist all the time. You do? You can, oh, you go to a dental school. I never heard of that. Yeah, they consider the partials and all that cosmetic. Like, I'm sorry if this offends you, but can you see me going to work without this front tooth and interpreting for 8th graders all day? What do you think they would say to me? Like, oh, but that's cosmetic, so I should just walk around with that. Like, who are these fools that come up with this stuff? I just don't get it. It's ridiculous. It's ludicrous. I would never walk around like that at my job. But yet, I'm being vain because that's cosmetic. Really? So frustrating. I'm going to use the purple because I think it looks really cool. Hope I'm cutting this the right size. Well, there's just the purple. I just caught somebody say they like the funky strip. I don't know. Yeah, right? They would laugh. 8th graders would be like, they would tell you like it is. They're like toddlers. they have no filter on their voice. And if you disagree with me on that, come visit my middle school and listen to the colorful language that goes on in the hallways. I think I might be able to change your mind. I can't even share with you on here because I like to keep it G-rated. I cannot even share with you the things that I have heard them say, the stories that I have about the things I've heard them say, because they're that awful. They're that, like, holy cow. If my kid ever said that, I don't have kids, but if my kid ever said that, I would be like, get your butt in the car. You're grounded from everything. Until you can find a way to clean up your filthy mouth You don't need, well, and that's a whole nother story about the phones. I don't think that, I don't think 8th graders need phones because literally they can't stop using them in the middle of class. And they tell the teacher so, that they're not giving them up. It's pretty ludicrous. I want to use this. Right? As if I could walk around without that missing front tooth. Yeah, no problem. I think I can get away with that. I'm gonna do a strip of 4. I'm gonna do a strip of 4 gems. I think that would work. I better start from this side so I don't mess it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you've never worked with this is like, I don't know, gems that are tied together with some kind of string, I guess. And then I'm going to cut off this extra line on this side that I don't need. Now, if all I had to do was hang around at home and not be on live stream, I could go without that front tooth, no problem. I mean, I got a loving husband, he doesn't care. Great, I'm going to glue, oh my gosh, I didn't glue anything down yet, did I? I could do so much more to this, but I'm just going with my gut today. You know, because I could distress the edges, I could cut the corners. There's just so much you could do. Your cards could go on forever and ever, amen. And you've seen some of those gorgeous cards online, like, holy cow, they must have taken a day to make that. I'm just going with straight lines and just whatever comes my way from my crafty stash here. There are times, I mean, like that one card that I showed you recently, and then I promptly lost it. Oh, here. This one, I spent, you know, the better part of an hour or 2 creating this just because I can, and it's got a lot of different layering on it. But I do that best when I'm alone with my mind. And I'm like not showing anyone else what I'm doing. I come up with better stuff that way. I hate to say that because I love hanging out with you guys, but I'm just saying. Deanna. Removing my tooth made her laugh so hard that her husband came in to check on her. I love making you guys laugh. It's really fun. Jody says she's lucky her girls were good. They cussed and smoked cigarettes, but other than that, they were good. Well, that you know of. And I'm only saying that because my parents thought that I was pretty good too, and I just didn't tell them everything I did. I don't know that many kids that do. I really like the look of this. I don't know if I even want that bling on there. I think it might detract. Well, what do you think? Yes bling or no bling? Oops. Get back over there. I almost think that that bling is just too. Oh no. Oh, I got something on his face. Oh, and then my purple hand just smudged it up even more. Look at that. I don't know how I'm going to fix that. Darn it. I bet these guys are the same size. I could put him on top. How did I end up doing that? Yes, bling? Okay, I'll have to find a way to get that bling to stay on there. I'm just going to have to cut this one out because it's bugging me that much that I need to cover it up. And I don't want to just put snow on his cheek because I did think that maybe that would work, but I think that would be kind of weird looking. for him to have snow on his cheek to cover that up. That's just how I feel. I'm caught. Thank you guys for just hanging out with me today. It's different when I do just one for fun, for hanging out. And I wouldn't, I'd be totally not opposed to if a couple of you guys wanted to do Skype with me sometime. Would there be a couple of us hanging out together? But this way, a lot more people can get involved. It's just that I can't hear you. I can't hear what you're saying, so I have to keep watching the chat. Stop cutting Jen and blush. For what reason? Blush what? Oh, make his... Yeah, but look at where his cheeks are. I get what you're saying. Here are his two little pink cheeks. Do you see that? And this is way off on the side of his face. I just don't think that would work. I think it would look really weird, you guys. I don't know, that's my vote. I think it would look really bizarre if I blushed his whole cheek out. But I'm going to cover it up, so if you want me to try it, I will. What do you want me to blush it with? Contour. Oh, y'all guys, I've never worn makeup in my life. I wouldn't know how to contour even if you wanted me to. Blush to his cheek. With what? How would you like me to blush that out? It looks nasty. Add a hat. To the side of his face? Make it a sassy penguin. Oh my gosh, you guys. What if I just did this and put him right over the top? See, look, that just clear. Look, you can't even tell. Okay, I'll try an eraser. No, it's solid stain. No eraser. I did give him a wee haircut, but look, his little hair is sticking up there, and so I made it smaller so he would fit down and his hair would still be there. Ta-da! You guys have too much faith in me thinking that I'm gonna make up this, give this guy, this penguin some makeup tips. Oh, that's so not happening with me. Maybe if I was a makeup YouTuber and I knew how to do all that contouring and stuff, I could probably cover that up. But since I'm not, I'm doing the next best thing. I'm just covering up completely because I have an extra image. And I'm going to try not to touch his face. Voila! Finito. How am I going to make this stick? I'm going to try this stuff. Who's going to want to watch this for a whole hour while I just talk about my missing tooth and my poor dental insurance and I make one card? Answer me, riddle me that. Oh, he's already pop-dotted up a little bit. Bye, Dee Dee. I wish you could have stayed longer. I had a super late lunch and now it's like almost 7 and I feel like I should be eating dinner, but I'm not really that hungry. I'm hoping this works. It should. It's definitely sticking, I just can't get the backing off. There we go. Oh, and by the way, Kathy Dunahee said she would give me a little, what do you call it? We don't live that far from each other. She has a little extension cord that I can use for my glue gun so that it'll actually reach my desk. Isn't she sweet? She's the best. She's the bestest and the westest. Oop. Gotta make sure I put it on there right the way I measured it so they come right to the end. There. Oh, that totally worked. Look at that. Bling bling. You you want to see my toothy grin again? Oh, come on, be my friend. Maybe I can get a trailer park down south. I know that's bound to offend at least one or two of you. I apologize in advance before somebody jumps up and down my hide about making fun of trailer parks in the South. I have nothing against anyone. But if you know me, you would already know that, so. I'm trying to make two pieces that are going to go on either side of that so it raises up and doesn't hit that bling. That's what I'm attempting right now. Only that's going to be way too big. It will totally fit on this side though. So I'm going to put that side. I think the other side is, I'm just going to have to like cut it in half. Janet's laughing so hard she's snorting. Don't anyone get upset with me. Right? They want me to be a pirate. They don't care. They don't care that people will make fun of me. The kind folk that they are. Oh, if you think I'm funny on here, you should get to know me in person. Deanna said, my son's seen that one. That's okay. I don't care. We're G-rated here, so I was only showing my missing tooth, nothing more. Oops, oops. Don't lay down yet. Oh, such a cute card. I should have taken that blue sheet behind him and done some embossing on there. I should have. Oh, you know, it would look really cool though. I can make it look like it was embossed. I will do that. And that might be kind of big, but that's okay. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. As if I have used this punch over and over enough to pay for itself. I'm going to put on a bunch of these. You ever done this trick? It's a great trick. Because it's the same color as the paper, it looks like it's been embossed, when really it hasn't. It looks great white on white too, so you can use it for that. But I'm not going to try to get it on all these edges. I'm just going to basically put it right in the center. And then some of them I might have to just cut down so there's only a part of it. Oh! Oh, shoot. Get a grip, Jen. Get a grip. That one overlapped the purple a little bit, but I think it'll be okay. This one's going to overlap too. Do we care? Maybe we just don't even care if they overlap. It looks cute. Let's just go with that. There's a piece of hair on my glue or something. That's going to make me nuts. I gotta get that off of there. cut this one in a corner so it could go right here. I don't know if you guys can tell that or see that, but I cut it in a corner so that I could put it here in the corner. So it looks like it's underneath that paper, and I originally put it there and then I just cut it off. See that? Yeah. I need a couple more. It is Martha Stewart, yes. Martha Stewart. Hi, Heidi. Are you taking a break from homework? And then I'm going to put 2 more on right there. That looks good. So now you can kind of see a little bit more texture to the card. It looks cool. Thanks, May. Maria? That's Maria, right? She said it's turning out really beautifully. You took today off from homework and went to Stampin' Up thingy and made a couple cards. Cool, good for you. All work and no play makes everyone a dull person. Something like that. Move some of this stuff out of my way. I'll take a drink of my toxic sludge. I really, really do want to get back into eating healthy and drinking water every day and all that stuff, but it's been really tough for me to get on the front side of the planning part. It's not that I can't do it, it's that it takes a lot of planning to pre-plan. Once you get into it, if you get on a roll, it's a piece of cake. It's really nothing at all. But to just get the first ball rolling, which I should have done today and I didn't feel like it, was to just go to the store and buy everything you need and make everything ahead of time, and then you have everything to eat all week long, which is what I typically do, but I just haven't been doing it. You know what? I think that the silver magic scraps would look cute on here too. This is bothering me. There's those little hairs are hanging off the edge. I'm gonna cut those. Okay, Janet, you have a good night, sweetheart. I think I'm going to put like a bling inside of those. Yeah, I think I want to. Where are those little blings I had laying around the other day? Earlier today. There they are. I found them. These are really cute too, but yeah, that doesn't go. Whoops. Swung you back around. I got wires everywhere in here. I'll even use my my little tool here. You can see that in action. I'm putting one right in the middle of each snowflake. Or where the middle of the snowflake would be if there's only a part of it there. So like this one, I'm still going to put one there. Even though it's kind of hanging off the edge. I wonder if maybe if I just put a little one? Nah. Because it's going to look funny. I need to keep it all even. There we go. Bye, Deb. I don't have any sentiment on here, but I think that's okay. I'll put it on the inside. We cut a piece to go on the inside. That would be helpful. Is this big enough? Oh yeah. I'll use this because it's a scrap. So I haven't had anybody ask or get upset with me, and I'm really glad. But with the My Besties Hop, YouTube Hop, that's going on right now that I coordinate, and Christmas coming fast and furious, and Thanksgiving just being done with and all that, I've had to put my 5,000 subscriber video and challenge on the back burner for now. But I have not forgotten about it, and I am going to make something happen with that. I'm almost thinking that because everyone's so busy right now that I might have to put it in, push it off into January. Just because there's too much stuff going on right now. And the other thing too is that I think we got the ATG tape thing nailed down, and they did send me a few replacement rolls for the ones that everyone let me know that they weren't working, and so I took care of that. So I still have ATG tape if anyone's interested. By ATG tape I mean for this advanced tape glider, the pink one, the big pink one. I know they're not all pink, but it has to be this kind. Hey Jamie, I just want to show you guys what it looks like. I don't have anyone sitting directly by me right now. It looks like this. And it's got small holes on the inside. So that's exactly what it looks like. Now that's different from the old ones that I used to get, which also work just fine. But they have the larger holes. Do you see the difference? They both work, and they both fit in that. I don't think they're all pink. I think there's some other ones that's still a Scotch, maybe it's still a Scotch brand but it's not a pink one. But the one that I have, these both work in it. So if you're out and about and you're looking and you find a good deal, they both work. There you go, Stamp Girl has a red one. But I just wanted you guys to see that. This is the one that I have right now, the small holes. If that makes any difference to you. But let me know if you need tape. I think this turned out super cute. I'm going to use it for Christmas. Yep, Beth, I am selling that tape. So I did do was it two videos? I have one video out right now that shows you exactly how to load this gun. And then I have a short little video that I don't think I put on my YouTube channel, but somebody had asked in a group as to why I have this in here and how I made it. So when I used to use the big hold ones like this, the ones that have these large, and I thought that was what the problem was. When you put it on the spindle, it kept coming up and off, and it kept making the tape go funny and double back on itself. And so I researched it, and somebody was using a little plate like this. And if you notice, my hole is not directly in the middle because my punch wouldn't reach. But the size of this is like really close to 2 3/4 by 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So I guess it's almost a square. 2 3/4 by 2 3/4. So you can make it 3 by 3, I believe. But my punch wouldn't fit any further in, so that's where my hole ended up. It's off center. But the point is that it fits over the top of this, makes this sit on here more snugly, so the tape can't bounce up off of it, and it's just small enough that it doesn't interfere with this side as the tape winds around it. Okay? So if you want to make this for if you're having issues with it, you make that for it. And if you don't know how to load it, then go to my video and I'll show you how to load it. You just follow the little arrows. It's pretty simple. But I'm saying that because I've done it a bazillion times. Now, when I first started out, I did the same thing that a lot of you are doing. I watched somebody else's video. Every time I loaded it, I went back and watched that person's video until I finally got to the point where I was using enough of it and loading it enough that I just completely remembered how to do it. Yeah, Wandy's Sweets. She says, I saw that video after I threw mine away. You really should sell them because they're expensive tools and people out there really want them. But I can see why you do that because it gets frustrating if you can't use something that you thought that you were going to be able to use. Yep, I sure can, Raggedy Girl. She wants to see the magic scraps again. It's just xoxo.com. There you go. www.magicscraps.com. And it says magical touches for your paper crafts. Okay, I hope you got it. You buy it from www.magicscraps.com. I guess, because I got this from a secondhand person that sold it online. Oh no, Beth said she just got another ATG gun this week because she couldn't get the first one to work. But she wasn't loading the tape correctly. Oh, you returned the first one. Oh, that's good. Then you're not out any money. Cool. I think I'm done with this card. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out, and I don't really need a sentiment on it. So I can put one on the inside when I'm ready to give it. Oh, and I need to erase this name on here because the last winner was Tanya Smith, but the winner after her was, oh shoot, what's her name? Marie Soper? Do I have that right? Marie. I can't remember what her full name is. Well, I can fix that later. Anyway, I think I ought to get going because it is a work night for me. And if any of you guys know me well, I'm in bed by 8. I'm not asleep by 8, but I'm in bed by 8. And then I usually just play around on my phone games and I cuddle with my kitty cat O'Malley. and then I get tired enough to fall asleep. So I am really excited that you guys all joined me for an extra hour tonight, and we only got one card made, but we did talk about a lot of different tips, and we shared some funny times, and it was a good time. So I cannot wait to see you guys next video. Bye-bye!